Okay, so continuing with the next section, um, we're going to start with section 1.2, formulas and percents. Okay, so in this example 1, it says solve the interest formula I equals PRT for the specified variable. So we can just kind of quickly do this here. So then A, they're asking us to solve for P. So then if we start with I equals PRT, okay, so this is just simple interest formula. If we wanted to solve for P, then we can divide both sides by RT. The R cancels the R, the T cancels the T. So then that leaves us with this solution. P equals I over RT. Okay, so in this example 2, it says solve each formula for the specified variable. So if we start in A, we have P equals A plus B plus C, and we want to solve for A. Okay, let's just kind of do this on our own to the side. So then we have P equals A plus B plus C, and they're asking us to solve for A. So we want to isolate the A. Um, pause for a moment to see if you can think of a way we can get the A by itself. So what we want to do is move the B and the C. So we'll say minus B and minus C on the left and the right. So we do on one side of the equal sign, we do on the other. So minus B minus C. So now when we do this, we'll have P minus B minus C equals A, because that's going to cancel, that's going to cancel. That's going to go to 0. So then A equals P minus B, and that'll give us this. Okay, and B, we have that volume equals 1/3 the base times the height. Okay, and we want to solve for B. Okay, I'll do this in 2 steps. There's several ways we can do this, but I'll do it in 2. So I want to move that 1/3 first. Now we could either divide by 1/3, but dividing by 1/3 is the same as multiplying both sides by 3. So then 3 times a third, they're going to cancel, and on the left we'll have 3v, and on the right we'll have bh. Now we were asked to solve for b, so then we would divide by h. Divide by h, these will cancel, and we'll finish with this result. Okay, in 3 it says solve each formula for the specified variable. So they're asking us to solve for a here. Okay, so we have p equals 2 times a plus b. We're asked to solve for a. So now we can't just subtract b because it's inside the parentheses. So we need to get rid of the parentheses somehow. So what we could do is distribute the 2. So we'll distribute like this. Okay. So then we'll have p equals 2a plus 2b. Now if we're trying to isolate the a, we want to move the b. So we want to say subtract the 2b. Okay. Again, there's more than one way to do these. So, try whatever you're thinking and just kind of run it by the instructor and make sure that what you're doing is correct. I'm going to go ahead and kind of reverse the order. It's going to, because you can, if the left is equal to the right, you can switch it around. That means the right is going to equal the left. So I'm going to reverse the order at this point, and I'll have 2a equals p minus 2b. So then, if I want to isolate the a, divide by 2 and divide by 2. And when we divide by 2 on the right, we have to say 2 into that and 2 into this. And we'll get this result. Okay. It says solve for y. So if we're looking at a, we have 2x plus 7y equals 5. So if we want to solve for y, we want to move things away from the y. So let's move this 2x in this fashion. Now on the left, 2x plus a negative 2x goes to 0. Our 7y comes down, and we have 5 minus 2x. So then if we want to move that constant away from the y, we would divide by 7 and divide by 7. So then we get this result. So once we start testing, I'm going to be less concerned with your final answer and more concerned with how did you arrive to the answer. So I'm less concerned about what you see in black on the screen. I'm more concerned about the blue and the green, if you know what I mean. Jelly bean. And I think this is a great opportunity to pause for the cause. If you are in class right now and you're hearing this audio, I guess if you do it anytime throughout the week, it's fine. But if you, let me see, what can I do? Once I get once I get box set up, when I post maybe the syllabus, if you make a comment, say, hey, that Monday when you were out, you said you would give us extra credit. If you put a comment on box, and it's not up yet, so I'll give you a reminder for this, and if I don't, somebody remind me. But if you posted a comment and say, hey, you said to say, what's the topic? Solve for y. So just comment on the syllabus on box, just do in the comment section, put solve for y, and I'll give you some extra credit just to see who's paying attention right now or not. So, but it's not up as of right now, but once the box is set up and you see the syllabus in the comment section, put solve for y in the comments, and that'll be your code for extra credit for today's lecture. Okay. Okay. It says solve each problem. Now, it takes half an hour for Dorothy easily to drive 21 miles to work each day. What's her average rate? Okay, so it says what's her average rate. So this sounds like a distance equals rate times time problem. Okay, so that's just a general, it's a classic question that tends to come up, or it's a style of question that tends to come up. Distance equals rate times time. So let's start there. Now it takes her half an hour, so we see a t there, so that might be our time. So we can plug that in. So miles per hour. So we're already in the units of hours. So half an hour. So the time can be 1/2 for now. To drive 21 miles. So the distance is 21 miles. And the question is, what's her rate? So you see how that we started with distance equals rate times time. They gave us the time in hours. The units are correct. They gave us the distance in miles. So now we're talking about miles per hour. So if we want to get the rate, all we do is divide by half on both sides. Now on the right, when we divide by half, they cancel. On the left, so 21 divided by half, when you divide by a fraction, we actually do keep, change, flip. So we keep the 21, we change division to multiplication, and flip that second fraction. So instead of dividing by 1/2, we're really multiplying by 2. And that'll give us 42. So then that's where the rate of 42 miles per hour comes from.